Hello friends, Dr. Anuradha from KK Varanasi welcomes you in e-lecture of subject Engineering Physics for studying topic Semiconductor Physics. Already in Semiconductor Physics we studied various types like intrinsic, extrinsic, then we studied variation of Fermi energy level in these types. So with respect to Fermi energy level and variation of Fermi energy level, the basic parameter utilized over here is the electron or hole density. For determination of electron and hole density, we have to use some theory, and that theory is called as Hall effect. The scientist Hall derived this effect or this theory, and this theory gives us development of electric field according to current carrying conductor when kept in transverse magnetic field. So we can induce EMF. That induced EMF is the result of magnetic field and when current carrying conductor kept in transverse magnetic field. So just we will have details of Hall effect, Hall voltage and Hall coefficient. So Hall effect states that when current carrying conductor kept in transverse magnetic field, then electric field develops in direction perpendicular to both magnetic field and current. So here just have a look on the diagram. This is the current carrying conductor. Current is being carried along x-axis, then it is kept in magnetic field along z-axis, means this current is perpendicular to, direction of current is perpendicular to direction of magnetic field. And due to this magnetic field, there is development of charges on a perpendicular direction to both magnetic field and current. What this indicates that, what is the effect, I will revise. When current carrying, this is the current carrying conductor kept in transverse magnetic field, then there is development of electric field. Now when you complete the circuit with voltmeter or galvanometer, then we can observe or measure some voltage, and that voltage is called as VH or Hall potential or Hall voltage. Hall voltage is a result of electric field developed due to magnetic field when current carrying conductor kept in magnetic field. So it is steady state potential developed due to the flow of current. Hall voltage is nothing but steady state potential developed due to flow of current when conductor is kept in transverse magnetic field in a direction perpendicular to both current and magnetic field. Hence we can predict that, we can say that Hall voltage is a result of magnetic field. So we can equate magnetic force with respect to electric force, as electric force is nothing but the byproduct or the result of magnetic force. So here magnetic force is BeV, electric force is E into E, and hence you can write BV is equal to E. E will get cancelled on both sides and we will get BV is equal to E, where B is magnetic induction, V is drift velocity and E is electric field. This, as per the definition of electric field, we can revise that electric field as VH upon D. VH is the Hall voltage and D is the length of this conductor along which voltage is developed. So electric field is nothing but potential per unit length, that is VH upon D. We also studied in earlier lectures that current carrying conductor possesses current, that I is equal to NeVA, where N is electron density, charge of electron, drift velocity and cross-sectional area of conductor. So according to that you can revise this equation and you can write this in terms of drift velocity V. So you will have V is equal to I upon NEA. So call this equation 3, this is the equation 2, and substitute both equation 2 and 3 in equation 1. Means you will replace the value of E, you will replace the value of V. V is I upon NEA, E is VH upon D. Substitute both of these values in equation 1. So from this you will get B will remain as it is, then V is replaced as I upon NEA and electric field is replaced as VH upon D. So with this you can reshuffle and you can obtain the derivation or equation for Hall voltage, that is BID, by reshuffling the terms, that is BID upon NEA. Or A is nothing but cross-sectional area and hence it is there depth into width. So you can rewrite it, VH is equal to BID upon NE into D into W. D will get cancelled, and by cancelling D you will again get the Hall voltage, that BI upon NEW. So for just simple memory techniques, it will Vh is the B upon nu, while magnetic induction into current per unit charge density into charge into width of the conductor. Let us consider the term N and E, both of they are constant. So call those both the terms as RH, denote them by RH, and that reciprocal of product of electron density into charge on electrons is called as RH, or that RH term has a new nomination that is called as Hall coefficient. This Hall coefficient is a prime factor in determining the various factors related to semiconductor. As this Hall effect is utilized to determine mobility of charge carriers, it is used to determine type of charge, semiconducting material, and in all these practices we have to determine the value of RH, that is Hall coefficient. So according to this formula, RH is the reciprocal of product of electron density to electron charge. But interpretation of this RH, it is nothing but the resistance to the flow of current. Means here the current is flowing through the conductor. Of course, the natural tendency of conductor that will oppose the current. But along with this natural tendency, that opposition we are calling as resistance. But resistance for the flow of current through this conductor due to this transverse magnetic field, that resistance is called as Hall coefficient. So it is simply resistance to the flow of current through the magnetic field. This resistance, you can replace this term. Now let us again reconsider your equation number 5 and substitute equation number 6 in this one. So 1 upon Ne you can replace as RH. So that is equal to RH into Bi upon W. RH is equal to Vh into W upon Bi. So you can write again Vh is equal to E into D. As per your equation number 2, E is equal to Vh upon D. So you can write Vh is equal to E into D. So replace this Vh by E into D. By replacement of Vh is equal to E into D, we will get RH is equal to E dW upon Bi. But dW is nothing but cross-sectional area, as this is the cross-sectional area. Cross-section is in a rectangle form. So depth into width is nothing but the cross-sectional area. So you can replace this D into W as A. But A upon I is nothing but current density. Hence, Hall coefficient is electric field developed due to magnetic field per unit current density. So here we studied Hall voltage, we also studied Hall coefficient. Now how these quantities are applicable, practically applicable in various techniques. The first application which is included in basic engineering syllabus or curricula, that is to determine type of semiconductor. RH, if it is positive, then the semiconductor is P type. If RH is negative, then semiconductor is of N type. The second application of Hall effect, we can determine electron or hole density. By performing this Hall effect experiment practically, then we can determine value of RH. Using this value of RH into charge, you will get 1 upon RH into Ne, and that is nothing but electron density. As we have RH is equal to 1 upon Ne, reshuffle RH on this side, you will get N. So N is equal to 1 upon RH into E. Simply by determining value of RH practically, you will get electron density. And the third factor for application of Hall effect, we can determine mobility of charge carrier. Either electron mobility, hole mobility, or if it is conductor, simply mobility of electrons we can determine. And for this determination, we have the equation sigma is equal to Ne mu. Here you can reshuffle, you can write that in terms of mu. So mu is equal to sigma upon Ne, and hence you can write mu is equal to RH into sigma. So three important equations we studied in this derivation. Vh is equal to Bid upon Nea or Bi upon New. Second one, RH is equal to 1 upon Ne. Third one, RH is equal to E upon Bj. And the last, very important for calculation of mobility, because mobility is an important factor in study of conductors, semiconductors. So it is RH into sigma. These are some of the applications which are included in curriculum of the engineering structures, engineering studies. But along with this, Recently, the sensors are being developed with the help of Hall effect. The Hall effect technique is used in development of Hall effect sensors. Hall effect sensors are being utilized for braking system. The recent or advanced braking system utilizes Hall effect sensors. How these sensors are working? Sensors are working on the, if electric field is developed, it means that there is certain current and there is certain magnetic field perpendicular to that. And according to that, here we can determine that some current is electromagnetic current is being flowing through the circuit or flowing through the braking system. So along with this, various applications of this Hall effects are there. So this Hall effect is very important for the study of semiconductors. Thank you.